Holy cow. All right, we'll try this again. The app crashed again. Um, so I thought we'd just spend a couple minutes, uh, and I really do mean just a couple of minutes on a quick update. Food Mooch, long time no chat. How are you, man? Thank you for everything last night. That was or this morning. It was this morning. It was kind of a short night, long night, one of those two things. Light bright. How are you, man? How's it going? Um, Let a couple people jump in. Randy says he's here. We can get started. We'll give it just a moment or two. So while a couple of people are jumping in, I just want to say, you guys see the screenshot? That sort of steals all the thunder right there. But Shadow Wolf, you were in here earlier. Truck driving lady, a couple others. So I went and took my video down, one, because it was taking forever to upload, largely because it was a 6.5 hour live feed. Ended about 5 o'clock this morning, Pacific time. A lot of these faces were in there last night. And so I thought we'd just give kind of a quick update for where we were at. So when we sort of went off, we had quite a few people that said, "Hey, I'm going to try to donate some money later today." Awesome, if you guys can, that's great. But Alex is still up, SoCal's up, Mooch, Shadow Wolf, bunch of people here were kind of there all night last night, all 6.5 hours. So Canal has done the tally of the money, less the transactional fees and all that sort of stuff. Gosh, well, I didn't have the numbers on my phone. I should. Oh wait, I did write it down. $5,642.01 is what was raised last night or this morning. So that's outstanding, right? And for the gentleman and his wife, I know that will be greatly appreciated. So MXT87, what's going on? I missed last night. All right, so I'll give everybody kind of a quick recap. Last night, Will was doing a live feed and he was talking about some of the situation. And what I thought was I would do something that I had that I thought I would do two things. One, something I had never done up until last night, and then two, something I had done once before, and I swore that I would never do it again. And that was the title of my video. The title of the video was "I Swear I'll Never Do This Again." I went ahead and pulled it down because it was 6.5 hours long. Sort of as I was watching Will, I just sort of thought, what can I do to help this particular guy? Right. So the scenario is this gentleman, Larry, went to work. Give you guys kind of the whole story. You probably heard it more than once by now, but to my understanding, the gentleman, his wife was going through a battle with cancer. He'd used what money he had to, or at least the majority of it, to get to this particular company to start a job as a truck driver. When he got there, read the contract and didn't like it, but didn't have the money to get back home. Ultimately, he ended up signing the contract, and he was in the live feed. I don't know what time this morning it was, and sort of verified this. Ended up signing the contract, went to work with him for 2 weeks. There's a lot of fines and penalties in the contract that he signed. He picked up a load that was late at the shipper, so it was ultimately late at the receiver, and so he called the company knowing that he was concerned, right, because of the fines and penalties. So he called the company and said, "What do you want me to do?" This load, he was at the receiver somewhere around Texarkana, and company said, "Hey, go ahead and bring it back to the East Coast." So he did. He kind of said, "Hey, are you sure? That's sort of a long ways away considering I'm sitting at the receiver." And they said, "Yes," type of a thing. Guy takes it back, and they sort of ended their relationship really soon thereafter. resulting in his final or his only settlement, something like that, being that he owed that company somewhere around $1,000. And he said that his car was repossessed. Um, doesn't have good transportation to kind of get back and forth as easily as his wife might need for some of her continued follow-up kind of stuff. So so that's kind of where it's at. And so what I thought I would do last night is, how can I help? So I turned on the camera and I said, listen, I've talked to or emailed with hundreds of drivers over the past year. Most of them had offered money, and I've never once accepted a single penny. So my ask last night was, if you were someone that offered money then, and you're in a financial position now where you can donate a little bit, please do so. The next thing I offered was, for 1 week, ending on the 11th, I will charge for coaching $50 for a half hour. I don't want the money to come to here. No super chats, please. That's cost me enough as it is. I want the money just to go directly into the account that was set up. One gentleman or someone asked, hey, could there be somebody else on the call? And I said, you bet. If you guys wanted some other YouTuber, then I would do my part to reach out to them to see if they want to be on the call. If you guys want to bullshit for 30 minutes, hey, it's your $50, right? Whatever you want. But again, just kind of an opportunity for me to try to help somebody that might need some help from the business side. And then they might get something really valuable out of that for their donation. So that's what that was about. So Cal, see your comment. Thanks for your willingness to maybe jump in on that. So that was sort of a way I thought I could help. And what I thought, honestly, guys, I probably thought I would, maybe I could raise a few $100. I would pitch in a few $100, and that would be good. We would do something good for someone and his wife. And then what happened was probably what a lot of us expect, which is the truck driving community just sort of came together, because I think ultimately, $5,642 was raised, and that's less than transaction fees and that sort of thing. I think what happened is a lot of people probably put themselves in that particular individual's shoes, because my bet is that everyone that holds a CDL has been through a similar, frustrating, ugly event. And so a lot of people donated a lot of money. Is really what it boils down to. And I did make a couple of offers. I did offer, that I think, with all the ugliness and things that have gone on in the past week or two within sort of the YouTube community, I offered to extend the invitation for RVT. Sounds like that was maybe declined or not appreciated, to donate 1 week of his coaching calls. I don't know. I'm sure by now he's heard, and I haven't heard anything, so I guess I shouldn't say he's declined. But nevertheless, made that offer. I also offered, if we raised $3,500, that I'd shave my head today at 5:00. So that'll happen. Another great thing that happened out of that was that Little Dog said if we raised $6,000, that he would shave the word exec in his head. So we are a little bit shy of that. Now, there were some people that last night when we got off the feed said they were going to try to donate today. So there's still a chance that happens. That would be exciting. That would be fun, for sure. But so that's kind of where we're at. And I just wanted to just spend a few minutes to say, really heartfelt, sincere thank you to everyone, because it is really cool to see our community step up and do something for someone that's in need. And the tough thing about this, I think, as we all can appreciate, is that everybody, I don't care who you are, has probably been in a really rough situation, and and a lot of people are like, "Listen, I had to do it on my own. Nobody helped me out. You guys go pound sand." And I mean, I get that. And, everybody, we get that. We just know that. Others were able to step up in a really big way and do some really cool stuff. And so, like I said, man, just a really sincere, heartfelt thank you. Larry Williams came into the live feed. In fact, Loshan woke up. I don't know what time it was. It was like 4 in the morning. And he was like, "Why are you live for the past 4 hours?" We kind of talked to him about it. Um, here's what was said. Loshan then went and called Larry. Larry came into the feed and kind of chatted for a few minutes and was incredibly appreciative of the whole situation. And so, really cool. Um, Loshan has kind of offered a job to that gentleman. SoCal is going to try maybe to make a few phone calls to see if he can't maybe do some things to help out with a few connections that he might have. And so, like I said, just a real cool situation, right? Just a real cool situation. So, I think it's awesome for you guys. I think it's awesome for Larry and his wife. So, um, I don't know, man. It's one of those things that makes me really proud. I'm not a driver, you guys know that, but it makes me proud to be a part of this industry. To see just blue collar people willing to step up and just do something really good out of the kindness of their hearts. I think that's awesome. So I'll just try to touch on a few things. Say hi to a few people. I know a lot of you guys were in here all night. Some of you guys were here all night for sure. Charlie's in here, Trucker Assassin. Man, listen, the great job goes to all those people that donated. And there was a lot. I mean, there were a lot. Kennel was just sort of pulling out his hair, trying to go through all the stuff over the last hour or so. So, anyways, Randy says, "I have only one question. Why aren't all you YouTubers talking about hours of service? We have less than 30 days to make a change, but crickets from every one of you." Not true, Randy Spears. If you go to the couple videos ago where it says breaking news, I did a video on that. So you can see that there. I even gave a link to the website where you can comment with really like 3 steps to get to that site. Probably takes you less than a minute. So if you are interested in addressing and commenting, providing your feedback to the FMCSA, that video is just 2 or 3 videos back. It's a blue screenshot, says breaking news, and you can follow that link and you can address that right there, Randy. But Randy, I mean, seriously, thanks for bringing that up because that's a huge issue for us. Let's see, MXT, Verl, SoCal, Drug Assassin. I wish I could have done more. Listen, man, there were a lot of people that did what they could. And I'm telling you, you guys know it's really easy to put yourself in that other individual's shoes. The fact that somebody would just be kind enough to send a few bucks, right? That goes a long way. I mean, as you guys see, over $5,600. There were a couple of individuals, Gary and Inspector, that donated $1,000 a piece. And there were a lot of people that gave what they could. And that added up to, again, a pretty sizable number, right? This will go a long ways for he and his family, no doubt. No doubt. So, to you, Assassin, and everybody else a part of this community, man, it's hats off to you guys. It's just nice to see because it's so easy, and we all know it, right? It's so easy to focus on some of the negative. I think this is just a really ripe opportunity to try to take a negative and turn it into a positive. That's just my 2 cents. Yukon, how's it going, little dog? Yeah, I did. As I was wrapping up my phone before my phone died this morning, I did see Ike's comment about that. Unfortunately, let's see. Yep, Alex Express. I guarantee you, man. It's appreciated, man. It is. It is. Rainy Spirit says, I understand what you guys are doing for this guy, Larry. Is a good thing. But why aren't all of you YouTubers talking about FMCSA rules? We have less than 30 days. Yeah, I think I addressed that. Yukon, that's just where I got some camera stuff and some chargers. Not golf trophies over here, man. They're safe. They're safe. Nate, the trucker, how's it going, man? Kimasabi, I don't know if that, I think that was you in there last night. Donated, I think it was 250, if that was the same one. Cubby. I mean, look, I hate going down the path of even, there's a few of you guys that I remember that were there. But I can't remember everybody, and that sucks when you start naming names and you can't recall everyone. So I shouldn't even go down that path. But again, Larry came in and as he said, the cool thing was when he went to bed during Will's live feed, so he didn't know what was going on. So early this morning when Loshaw came in and Loshaw called him and woke him up, he was like, "Man, this is a pretty emotional thing," and he woke his wife up and cool thing. Mr. Mann, welcome from the UK. The Who. Let's make another 14. Make it 14,000 for the hours of service. What's this about? There was a gentleman. Uh, his wife was going through some cancer, and I think she's doing better now. And he went to work for a company. Kind of a bad situation. I've read quite a few contracts that guys have sent in over the year or so. This is the worst contract that I've ever seen. I've seen some that were, you know, pretty bad, but in my opinion, this was the worst one that I've seen. Um, he got into a situation where he used most of his money to get there, didn't have enough money to get back home. He didn't like the contract, didn't want to sign it. He did, ran for the company for a couple of weeks, and got onto a load that had it was delayed. He incurred some penalties and some fines from the company. They severed their relationship somehow, and so his final settlement showed that he owed the company somewhere around $1,000. So this is just kind of an idea to try to help that individual and his wife. That's what it was about. And so a lot of people stepped up in a lot of really big ways. So yeah, man. Bandana said, I didn't put to nobody's feed, just, oh, gotcha. Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, and guys, if I don't know if other people are going to do anything around this subject or not, but please don't. I know a lot of guys do the super chats. Please don't do that. YouTube takes 30% right off the top. So if for those that are looking to maybe do something later in the day, please do it through the PayPal account. That way, every penny of your hard-earned, or at least the most highest percentage of your hard-earned money, actually ends up in this gentleman's hands. I think YouTube is probably doing okay. Big Billy, man, no worries. I know that there are a lot of people that wish they could help or wish they could do more, and just that mindset is a good mindset for us in the industry to try to help each other. Be just a little bit kinder, a little bit more generous, and that doesn't always mean financially, right? There's a whole lot of ways that we can do good things in the industry that doesn't mean financially. And so and you guys know all about that. So yeah, Daniel, yeah, still, I don't know, we're going strong, but we're going, man, we're going. Randy says, let's see, that's what I'm talking about. It's okay, I'll make it happen. Let me just jump down some. I know I'm a little bit behind. No, I don't sleep a lot. I did get about an hour of sleep before my phone started ringing. So um, I'll probably get to bed a little bit earlier tonight, earlier than 5:15 in the morning. SoCal says, Shock Trucker Assassin, great job. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for positivity, right? Especially in our industry where it's tough, it's challenging. You guys are frustrated. I can't imagine, the amount of time you guys sit at shippers and deal with traffic and, people at the dock. I just, um, really, really easy for you guys to run hot and frustrated a lot of the time. But it's just cool, man, to see people do really, really great stuff. And Larry and his wife, like I said, um, I made the comment last night. Wouldn't it be? I wish that we, once we were getting up into pretty significant amounts of money, I was like, man, I just wish we could have a camera on, when they found out. But man, we could all just sort of see the emotion that was coming through his comments. So cool stuff. Daniel says Ike's doing a drive for 10K live feed. Awesome. Then I'm sure you guys, he's got all the info over there and that kind of stuff. Very, very cool. Moneymaker, what do I donate? Right above you there, kettlestringsllc@gmail.com. Make sure that you choose the friends and family option, and make sure you just put a note in there for Larry if you guys want to do that. Alex says, what's going on here for me right now? I'm not able to give financially, but including him and his family is my prayers. And Alice, again, just the positivity and trying to make this entire industry a little bit better is a good thing that I know everybody appreciates, himself included. I just think it's awesome to see someone that kind of, was relatively new to the industry, started to get smacked around, and then see a lot of the guys that have been around, some of the more veteran drivers that a lot of people say are just hard asses and that kind of stuff. We're just like, man, we're gonna do something really good, and all you guys did. Big Road says just asked a little guy. Little guy was in there late last night. A lot of people were. No, Phil, it was a 6.5 hour live feed. So I just took it down. I mean, I didn't. I figured other conversations were going to be going on today, and so I didn't need to have a 6.5 hour live feed up. Not to mention, it was taking forever to render, and I was really tired. So, so that's that. Can we get Bobley on a round of golf? Bobley? What? Who's that? I don't know who that is. I don't know. So that's kind of it. A lot longer video than maybe I thought about this morning, but I'll give you guys your day back. I just wanted to say for all those that were part of this, in whatever manner that can be, whether that's financially or not, there's a lot of good that can be done in this industry, and it comes from you guys. Thank you guys for what you do. I guarantee you, my drivers included, there is a transportation company, I don't care how small it is, it needs a team to be successful. And you guys, I guarantee you don't hear that enough. I know even my guys don't hear that enough, unfortunately. But without you guys doing what you do, not just companies, but this country would be in a very different place than it is. So hats off to all you guys. And even if you weren't able to donate, take pride in what you and your industry is doing. And again, some positivity goes a really long way, and some optimism and helping each other out, whether it's helping somebody back in or whatever it may be, right? That goes a long way to turning a lot of negativity into some positivity. So my opinions, this side of the steering wheel. As always, you guys stay safe. Thanks again.